So what's your favorite kind of, child to eat? I don't really like the yellow ones. The yellow children are bad.
The blue ones are objectively the best one.
Mm-hmm.
But
I kind of get that.
I'm not a sour children type of person. I don't like sour
Okay.
candy very much.
Mm-hmm. So, it is what it is. You don't like how acidic it is, or do you just not like the taste?
It's mostly the acid. I just don't do sour, like strong sour very well. And I know it's not it's more of a sweet sour. Obviously, it's supposed to just hit you hard and then disappear.
Yeah.
But I still don't like it very much.
I get it. Hello, everyone.
Howdy.
Welcome back to the Interea. I think that's what this one is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This isn't a Dastra.
This is not a Dastra.
Even though it looks like it, don't get confused, guys.
Yeah, don't get it twisted.
It just looks like it.
You done sending your email?
No.
Mm.
You can read. You don't have to read without me.
But it's funnier to
just call out me being on my phone at work. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So everyone knows.
Of course. I'm just terrible.
Yeah. Things stay awkward for the rest of the ride to the university. We finally step inside. Cassius and Alex are already there, sitting in the main hall. Well, Amicus is laying down on the bench, while Alex is standing next to a large creature, one that I've never seen before. He's big, but so are most of the aliens I've seen.
Oh, is this our bear?
I know he's, most likely our guide, the bear that Amicus mentioned earlier. If anything, his fashion gives him away as not being from Adastra. I don't know much about them or their culture. There's little mention of it in Adastra: a history, probably because they never warred with the wolves. It makes me wonder if they have a lot in common. Alex is talking to him, and I can already tell that the conversation is awkward before I can even hear what's being said. Think of it this way, semicolon. I am standing on a bed of nails surrounded by flames. I'm already in a painful position, while being told I have the choice to leave. It's a worse position. Is that really choice, or is simply the manipulator using a poor situation as cover to claim they gave you a choice?
Oh.
Okay. I'm no.
You don't like his hair?
No.
You don't like his hair. The little braids are interesting.
I don't like the braids. I don't like this hair.
I like his little face, though.
I don't.
Look at his little face.
No.
Got bigum arm. The braids are such an interesting choice.
You're saying interesting, not good.
I know what I'm saying, Josh. I say my words consciously.
Oh, you can voice them.
Okay, let me think. I can't just do regular deep man, because that's already Amicus. But that isn't the actual choice now, is it?
The bear seems to notice our presence as we draw closer.
Ah, your Imperial Majesty. It is an honor to meet you.
The bear bows low to the ground.
Greetings. I assume you to be our guide. I was told your name earlier, but I seem to have forgotten in the day's chaos. Not a problem. I am Bjarni. Oh, it's a Okay, I can put a little bit more of a.
Wait. Is it is the B silent?
No, it's the J is gonna make a Y sound.
You don't know that.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I'm only hearing a pretty sure.
Typically, when a word is spelt like that, it would be like Bjarni. Not
Barney?
a problem. I am Bjarni, and I will indeed be your tour guide.
So Barney.
Speaking of which...
Speaking of chaos?
Speaking of chaos... Oh, yeah. Oops.
From Xenosaga.
Yeah.
Yeah. During the exchange, Alex has been casually sliding away towards Cassius, who was still laying out on the bench.
I love Jesus.
Really, I was always more of a Rubedo stan.
Rubedo's great.
It's like, you know, like they're best friends, right?
Mhm.
They're besties.
Absolutely.
We have our Jesus allegory and our Satan allegory, and they're sitting there dabbing
together.
Like...
They are the ultimate crew. They're so good. What's the team in Xenosaga 1? What's the team?
I don't know. I've never like fully experimented because I just play the characters that I like. So I've never like really sat down and tried to figure out like
which you play
what's the most optimal teams and whatnot.
Shion, Cosmos, Chaos, and
but there's only
Rubedo.
There's only three party member slots.
Okay, so then you play Cosmos, Rubedo, and Chaos.
I don't know. I always have Shion and Rubedo in the team, but the third party member tends to switch around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough, because Shion is great, and so is Rubedo.
I love Shion. She's incredible.
Mm-hmm. No, she's great.
And we gotta have Rubedo in there. Like.
Absolutely. What a lad. Your little chaos lover. What was I doing? What was his voice?
Wow, you already forgotten?
Your little chaos lover seems to be up into his old ways. If he ever abandoned them in the first place, that is. Trying to turn me into... I'm trying to figure out his accent. Fuck.
Just don't put an accent.
But I want to, because it's fun. Yeah. Trying to turn me against the parents just before the trip.
Alex freezes as he realizes that he's being addressed.
LMAO. Shocking.
Excuse me, but I was simply presenting to you a thought experiment to better illustrate an idea.
Does this lad look like he has thoughts? Hell of a topic for our first conversation, I think.
Oh, Alex wisely chooses not to respond, instead walking away back towards Cassius. It's quiet for a moment, then Barney's demeanor suddenly becomes dark.
I know you are aware of this, but keep an eye on that cat. He's pure deception. Oh, I plan to. Anyway, is this Marco? Pleasure to meet you as well.
Barney extends a paw in a way that's so familiar, I instinctively raise my hand. Then he takes it and slowly, but deliberately shakes it. If it weren't for him being overly careful with his movements, I wouldn't have realized that this was a handshake, and how strange it is that Barney seems to know about it. Amicus frowns at our exchange, unsure what to make of it.
Seems I need to work on that, judging by your reaction. Eh?
It was a handshake.
Definitely need work on it, but yes, the dominant form of physical greeting in Europe and the majority of Earth, from what I understand. I thought you might know that, Amicus. Oh, well, I do know quite a bit about Earth, Europe, and Italy, though I must admit, I've never been greeted in that way.
Amicus gives me a look like this is something I should have told him. It's pretty formal, not really, it's pretty formal, are you sure?
I mean, it's a formal thing to do. Like, it's not like bowing, but when you meet someone, typically you shake their hand. Or you did in the pre-COVID days. I thought you just
dab. You know, you walk up to someone, say hello, you dab.
No. A lot of people still do the elbow touch. That's the new thing.
No, that's stupid.
Well, the elbow touch is what we would do in the kitchen because we couldn't, like, fist bump or high five. We would elbow touch. But now it's spread outside of kitchen work to everyone being like, yeah! They'll be like this, and I'll be like, yeah, what's up? You touch elbows.
No, that's stupid.
Touch my elbow, Josh.
No.
Come on!
How did you know about it, though, Barney?
Bump your weenus with my own.
No.
It was shown to me during the briefing on this mission. Considering that we are preparing to integrate humanity into our daily interactions, we thought it best to start the process with you. Actually, the program was set up by you, Your Majesty. Oh, right. Perhaps I should undergo these programs before implementing them. Well, you're very busy running around the moon and all. Besides, having the first human on Adastra as your companion is quite a bit more useful than knowing the intricacies of handshaking. It is a nice advantage, yes. Why did I say advantage? What the fuck?
Amicus pulls me against his side in a quick side hug, the human-style physical contact he's more familiar with. Amicus then shifts to a gesture behind himself.
Anyway, this is my sister and advisor, Virginia, and Neferu, the unofficial ambassador from Kemia and the Pharaoh's second son.
Pleasure.
Greetings.
There's a bit of small talk, and it's clear that Barney actually finds Neferu more, exotic than me. Oh, with a long tangent about the state of affairs on Kemia. Finally, though, Barney clears his throat.
Alright, let's begin the briefing. Just as an overview of the itinerary, along with the general specifics of each location, mainly for those of us who are not native to the moon.
The bear fishes around his person, or reaching into an unseen pocket, and pulls out a tablet. Rather than the more common rod-style tablet, it's a type designed to act as a projector for more public demonstrations.
Nice. Oh, sick! He's actually got the device and stuff. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
After discussions with the Triumvirate and analysis of the current political situation, we've decided on visiting 3 locations. First, we should visit the city of Lux. Officially, it is known as Adastra's frontier city in the harsh, mountainous regions of the far north. Unofficially, it is known as the City of Defiance. Due to Cassius's popularity there, and Amicus's general unpopularity, pardon me, your majesty.
Amicus waves his paw like it's not a problem, and for him to go on.
We thought it best to make it the main priority. Lux is the largest producer of natural resources on Adastra. A look at the history of the city shows that the times of frequent protests, rioting, and strikes, which would often disrupt industries all over Adastra, usually resulted in failed emperors. By visiting Lux first, we show that they are our number 1 priority, and with Cassius present, he can play a role in winning more support for Amicus.
Barney pauses, glancing at Cassius, who seems to be staring out the window. Alex subtly nudges him.
Noddles him?
Yeah. Oh, yes, indeed.
Do you have a speech prepared, Cassius?
I do not need to prepare speeches, Amicus. I'm not a lowly...
I'm not a lowly, illiterate son of a bitch.
Someone that needs to read off a cue card, such as yourself. Cassius points his head. Man, I was watching the new episode of Vanguard.
Okay.
And so they made a new Ada girl for the new season,
nice.
Right? So she's American, right? So she has really pale skin, crimson red hair, right?
Hell yeah.
And there's a scene where she decimates this 14-year-old in a card game, right? This is an adult woman, by the way. And then she leans into him and is she's like, oh, but my poor little puppy here, and she leans in, woof woof, Ada. So this 15-year-old, and I'm like, you need to stop.
Was she making fun of him or being predatory? I
don't know.
I think
both.
See this.
I think both.
Woof woof, Ada. I'm gonna start saying that to people. Just get up in their ear, be up in your ear woof woof, Ada.
I'm like, this girl needs to get away from this kid, Rika, you need to backflip right out of here and into a dumpster because you play not Luard.
Wannabe Luard.
Yeah, it's a unit named Youth Burke.
Okay.
I think is his name. It's just Luard again. It's kind of annoying. He even has a Morfessa clone. He has a grade 1 witch lady.
He's just Luard.
Just
bring Luard. just pick him up and put him somewhere else in this card game.
Right? I assume the next Stride deck set is going to be Luard. Because we had Chronojet, Messiah. The next one's going to be Luard.
Reasonable.
Even though I want it to be a dual pack, Altmile and Asha.
That would be cool.
So that we have try 3.
I would love to see Asha again.
Right. Cassius points at his head. Unlike you, I know what they want. Therefore, the speech is already written.
Okay, I like that. I like this.
Pissy Cassius has always been my number 1.
I kind of really like this. This is great.
You meet this Cassius a few times in Adastra. I'm like, if this was Cassius all the time,
it might actually be more palatable for the whole game.
The question is if you will truly do what you want me to promise them. I will not lie to a people who have already been deceived by emperors of old and new. There's an awkward silence.
We'll speak more of this on the way there.
Barney clears his throat again.
Anyway, Lux has also requested that we take one of their triumvirs with us, so that they may play a role in talks with other regions of Adastra.
I really hate that it's called Lux.
Why?
Because that's a Kingdom Hearts term.
I don't know if they invented it.
No, but that's just like, it's a connection. We already have the Darkest Darkness. And now, so they're like, we have to collect the Hearts of Lux to combat the darkness. And I'm like, I don't ever want to look at Unchained Key ever again. You can't make me.
I mean, you can't. It's mobile. You can't
it's down.
You can't play it anymore. It's like view. You can only watch it.
Okay.
I don't know how. I don't know if it's every cutscene through the game, but it's condensed. I think to you open the app and you can watch the story of Unchained Key.
God, just put it in another collection.
Yeah, because we only had the whatever the fuck the backstory was with the before
back cover.
Yeah, we had, which was before the Keyblade War.
Yeah,
really.
It was how the Master started fighting.
Yeah,
it was that thing.
Which
you learn pretty early in Unchained.
Yeah,
so, it's dumb.
That will depend on his skill at Pugnu.
What?
It is not my place, but I advise some caution, as the triumvir who has challenged you was once Pugnu champion of the province. What, 30 years ago or so?
I see my feelings reflected in Virginia's posture as she has her face buried in a paw. Barney seems to be thinking, then says quickly,
Actually, if he is easily beatable, consider losing on purpose, as there is no doubt that a loss, and thus a loss of representation on the tour, will result in protests and riots. Moving on.
Amicus stutters over his words, but doesn't interrupt. After this briefing, I hope that I can convince him to settle this political issue in a non-violent way.
From there, we will visit the city of Lupas, considered the cultural epicenter of Adastra. This is where you might play a role, Marco.
I shift on the bench, and I'm sitting on. Oh? I look at Amicus, frowning, but he looks just as confused as me.
This is a bit last minute, but it was suggested by their triumvirate that seeing and hearing a human speak might help them adjust to the idea of future human contact.
Oh, yeah, of course. I could use some guidance on the speech.
Never fear. Most of us do not have the gift of a flowing tongue like Cassius. Therefore, a speechwriter has already prepared your remarks.
That makes me feel better, but I'm surprised when it's Neferu that speaks up.
Forgive me for interrupting, but is that a wise decision? Because, correct me if I'm wrong, isn't that the center of operations for the separatist movement currently gaining momentum? I've seen their demonstrations, and while it is mainly imagery of myself being used to evoke their anger, Marco's likeness is also being used. Really? I thought that was only anti-Chemian. I assumed that their feelings toward the primates is more cautious rather than hateful.
It's not the Separatists, but rather a cult devoted to Wolven gods and Wolven supremacy. That's not to say that isn't a great deal of crossover. There is. But the cultists appear too strange for the Separatist brand, so they are kept separate. What? I'm clearly completely out of the loop, and I feel like Amicus should have told me this.
he's like, I do not see it.
I look at him accusingly, but now his posture mirrors that of Virginia's not too long ago. Actually, and I know this is not my place to say this, but I would advise Marco not to visit Lupus in this current state. This is the same cult that attempted to plant a bomb in the Forum, but botched it when the one doing the planting blew himself up. It's quiet for a moment. Then he adds, as if it's an afterthought. And they did burn an effigy of Marco in their most recent demonstration.
Damn.
I look at Amicus again, but he whispers to me.
Let us speak in private after the briefing, alright?
I just nod, not sure what to think right now. Barney clears his throat once again.
Well, that's all up to you and the Emperor, of course. Though I will remind everyone that security will be alright, airtight, during the entire journey, so...
Another awkward pause.
Moving on. The last destination is Adrote, Adastra's entertainment and resort city. This will be a moment to relax after work is done in the previous cities, though of course this is also an opportunity to show the public your more sapient side, to remind them that you are not a soulless robot.
Barney puts away his tablet and then looks at us expectantly.
So those are our main goals for the next few weeks. Any questions?
When is departure?
In about 1 hour. It would have been about right now, but the delay is forcing another security check. Apologies for that.
No, that's actually good. Amicus, Marco, please discuss what we have just heard so that it will be sorted out before we leave.
Alright, this way, Marco.
I stiffly follow the wolf down a hallway until it seems we're out of earshot.
Think this is private enough?
I guess. Oh, why does it need to be private?
Well, Virginia likely doesn't want to hear it. And I know you prefer privacy when the conversation is about you.
But it's about my duties, right?
You have no duties, Marco. Just opportunities if you so wish to take them.
I mean, I think I should be obliged to do some things.
But not if it endangers your life.
But that's the nature of what we're doing. And what's with the separatist movement, and a cult? You told me this was a vacation.
The majority of it is, but there will be portions involving the usual politics of it all.
But what about the cult and burning effigies of me? They're just Dark Souls 2 fans.
Yeah.
So, they're scum.
Yeah. They're trying to get their humanity back. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yes, this is something that I was not aware of. I will need to look into it to make sure that that damned cat wasn't just lying to stir up trouble again. If that is the case, though, I would agree that you shouldn't make the speech despite having impenetrable security. I'd rather you not enter the city, in fact.
If security is airtight, I think I can handle at least giving a short speech. To show I'm a walking, talking sapient, Do not give the speech. Yeah, I want to give the speech. Amicus remains frozen, and it's clear that he desperately wants to say no. Amicus notices Neferu down the hall, lurking about while looking at the statue, probably trying to catch a bit of our conversation. The wolf takes my hand and guides me through the nearest doorway next to us. It's in our atrium.
Mm-hmm. There you go. It's just what the word is.
Shouldn't it be atrium?
No. It's atrium.
And I'm not saying what it is. I'm saying what it should be.
No, it should be atrium.
How is it atrium?
Because it's just...
What's causing the A to be capitalized?
It's at the start of the word. Sometimes that
happens. Doesn't work.
It doesn't have to be an every situation thing, Josh. You know this.
But the I and U are too far away to give their power. There should be an atrium.
Well, it's an A, so it's automatically strong. It can choose to be... Because it's A, it's the beginning of the alphabet, it gets to choose whether or not it has a capital A or lowercase a sound.
So this is the legendary vowel.
Yes.
Okay.
A is the legendary vowel, right?
It's like
at the
legendary Super Saiyan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's basically Broly.
A, you could say that A is the letter A is the Broly of the alphabet. Yes. If that helps you, you can say that. Oh my god.
This is great. The sun currently at an angle that doesn't allow much light in. Amicus takes me to a corner, then takes a deep breath.
Oh, I like this. The lighting's fun.
Yeah, it reminds me of the lighting in the Emperor's bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh wait, this is this.
I know.
Wait, no,
no,
at the college.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I like all the foliage growing on the walls.
Yeah, it's like in that room.
I dig that a lot.
Yeah.
All right. I know I've made promises to trust you. I know that I've made promises to trust you
that I don't intend to keep.
That I won't ever tell you what to do.
But
I'll still advise you. And it's just, have you ever had a really bad feeling about something? That something just isn't a good idea?
Yeah, all the time, Amicus. Like dating you.
And how do you feel about this, exactly?
Amicus is looking at me carefully. Do not give the speech. I roll my shoulders like I'm physically feeling something out. I'm pretty good, I think.
Oh my god.
Dab. What?
Alright,
ready to head back?
No.
I fold my arms, tilting my head in a I know you do this sort of way.
Look at his little face!
Those little anime lines.
I like this. I like this a lot.
Amicus huffs in annoyance. I'm teasing Amicus, but I think I know what he's talking about. If this feeling that he's talking about is what I'm hearing, and if it's the same for him.
It's very hard to explain, Marco. I know it must seem terrible, the way I promised you complete agency, yet question all of your decisions. But this is honestly different. I am truly worried for your safety, and I think it would be irresponsible of me to let you walk into a situation you don't fully understand.
I mean, you could have filled me in on some of this.
Yes, and I admit there are other things I should have told you, but I know that you yourself are under a great amount of pressure in different ways. And I suppose I must admit that some things I just chose not to tell you because it would only bring you misery. I surely would have told you the goings-on in Lupus if I'd have known about the speech and direct interaction with its people. I just want you to feel able to relax at some point. And that was going to happen until the damn bear switched up the schedule.
He's just doing his job, and I should be doing mine.
Listen. Sorry, am I interrupting? Oh, look at his little lean.
Oh, terrible.
He's got his hand up, his hands hanging over. What a cutie.
And we both look up to see Nephanu lounging in the doorway in the most come hither way I've ever seen.
Coming, on my way, hello.
Which is definitely saying something.
What the hell? Don't ask idiotic questions just to make an entrance. And this is a private conversation. Didn't you hear, Virginia? Yes, but she asked me to listen in and offer my own advice to make sure you don't create more conflict down the road. Look at his little, eyebrows. He's got, the one raised and the one lowered.
Oh, look, he's doing the DreamWorks look.
It's fine. He's the one person who can. It's okay.
Wait, are you saying that, what was the name, Jerry? The bee? Is that name Jerry?
It's Barry.
Barry, I was close.
Well, it's Jerry Seinfeld.
Okay.
But Barry is the
Because
bee's
B.
name. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
good. That's good.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Barry is allowed to do the DreamWorks
Okay,
face.
fair. He's allowed. He gets a pass, but so does Neferu. Neferu can appropriate it all he wants.
I think Barry is a better character than Neferu.
Jesus Christ.
You like jazz?
Would you like Neferu more if he said that?
No.
There's just no winning then.
No.
This is an unfair comparison.
What do you mean? I will, across my lifetime, get more laughs out of B-movie than I ever will out of Ad Astra.
When you ever go to anything looking for laughs, Josh?
Well, B-movie, for one thing.
Do you still have your copy?
Yeah.
Is it still wrapped?
No, it was never wrapped.
Oh, I thought it was wrapped.
No, because we have to open it to get the...
I thought the title was Spanish, though. Well, I guess it wouldn't be, like, translated to anything different. Wasn't the back Spanish, though?
Yeah, the cover is in Spanish.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have to unwrap it to know. Oh, well, I guess you would have had to unwrap it to know if it was inside. Anyway, whatever. I was saying that you wouldn't need to unwrap it to know if to see that the outside cover is in Spanish.
Yeah, that's still my copy of B-movie. I have to open the shrink wrap to get to the DVD.
Yeah, but okay.
Did you think this was a factory sealed copy?
You'll sit there and open a copy and put in B-movie, but you won't watch any of the Madagascars that you own.
No, because Madagascar is probably bad.
But you don't know. You haven't watched it.
You're right. That's why I said probably.
Let us know in the comments, should we do a Madagascar? Because Josh won't believe me when I say that the third one's the best one.
It's not.
But it is.
You know, Circus Afro exists. It's not good.
I know.
It's not
You
good.
have to just look past. You can skip it even.
No.
You can skip that part.
It's part of the movie.
But you can skip it.
It's part of the movie.
One small part of a movie does not make a whole movie bad.
You're right, but that also means we would have to watch Penguins in Madagascar.
Why?
It's part of the movies.
I don't care, though. They have nothing to do with the core cast of the ones. They're a secondary cast in the other movies.
Yeah, they're important.
No, they're not.
They're important to Madagascar as a brand.
I guess, but I don't care about the brand. Just watch the trilogy.
Look, we also have to watch the King Julian Netflix series.
I think I've seen like an episode of it.
There's like 9 seasons.
Jesus Christ.
We also have to watch the Penguins TV series.
My first girlfriend was obsessed with King Julian.
That's so unfortunate.
It was really weird. But then she also broke up with me because there was this other kid at school that looked like a character in the book that she was reading that she was attracted to. So she wanted to date him instead because he looked like what she thought the character in the book looked like. Mm-hmm. It's great.
Amazing.
We're both in Johnny's wedding party. It's great.
Good. About making the speech, I've already made my decision. Neferu walks up to the sofa and lounges in it casually.
Yes. Did he mention Lupus's history of assassinations? They are quite good at killing those who are instrumental to de-radicalization and alliances.
Neferu looks back at me, breathing hard.
It's difficult to remember every single thing he needs to know, and...
Amicus is sputtering and stumbling through words like I've never seen before. Hey, it's okay. You want to avoid the stuff that's going to make me worry. I do that with you, too, but... these are things I need to know. I'm a part of all of this, and that's gonna bring a lot of responsibility with it. Gonna bring lots of responsibility.
He's right, you know. You should have at least mentioned the movement, because that directly involves him. It doesn't involve him. They are involving him against his will.
Amicus snarls in frustration.
Damn them all!
Well, it's not really about me, though, is it? I'm just an idea to them, and they want to destroy that idea, so giving a speech could be a good idea. It's like Cassius and Lux. I could sway the less radical people if they're just able to see that I'm not, I don't know, a terrible monster. How are you supposed to convince people you're not a monster, Marco? Like, you kind of just are.
You're fleshy, hairless.
Yeah, right?
You have a deep hatred and all-consuming greed in your heart. You just do. I'm sorry.
Amicus sighs deeply once again, closing his eyes and keeping them closed. It's almost like he's listening for something. Parental guidance, maybe. Do you think I should give a speech, Neferu? The jackal seems to think for a bit.
I have 2 answers.
Well, this only requires one.
As your friend, no. I think there would be too much risk for me to feel comfortable with you in public anywhere in Lupus.
Amicus nods quietly.
From the standpoint of a political ally, though, I think it would be advantageous for us both, and I will be making a public appearances there as well.
That actually makes me feel a little better. Do not make the speech. Then I'll do it. This is my duty. Shades of Mira. Amicus is quiet for a bit, then nods.
All right.
Okay.
Though I'm going to have a word with that bear. I do not trust the way he briefed us. I'm the Emperor, and I should be let know these things before announcing in ways that completely embarrass me. Sorry, I just came to mention the security check is on track, to complete sooner than thought. Was there something you wanted to say to me? Just that,
That I'm gonna beat you. Let me give you some privacy. I'm gonna visit the restroom. Barney walks in as I walk out, leaving Amicus to deal with that particular situation. Okay, we'll end the part here. So we'll see you around, everyone.